What's good, everybody? It's your boy Mekelkasanova coming to y'all with yet another video. About to head to pick up my wife, and just wrapped up this podcast with my boy Mr. Biggs, Cameron Biggs. So, hey, E3, man, dopeness. So my boy Alpha Rakama of Rakama Tech is actually going to be at E3. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be there this year for it. Sucks, but it's what it is, right? You know, Polytex is in the house representing. That's all that really matters. The kid got some ugly ass red shoes. Anyway, a lot of things went down today, people. We had some new game, like a new game announced. Called A Way Out by EA, because EA basically dominated today for the first day. They showed the trailer for Madden. They actually had a sneak peek of what it looks like on Scorpio, which was dope. Yo, like that man, that looked hella cool. We also had some NBA Live, which is looking good. Now, I'm gonna say this. Now, NBA Live, the last one that came out, wasn't a completely terrible game. But what I really think it is, and I think a lot of people just haven't spoken on it, is I think it's the fact that NBA Live just got dominated by NBA 2K for so long, you know, from 99 all the way up to basically now. I like what they tried to do with NBA Live. I remember when I don't know if you guys remember, there was gonna be what they called NBA Elite, and I believe that was supposed to come out 2011. I think it was Elite 11 was supposed to come out. There was their rebranding of the Live franchise, but just because Live really honestly couldn't compete with 2K anymore at that point. And then they dropped it, they got discontinued, they let it sit for a couple years actually. And I believe it was NBA Live 14 was the resurgence of the series. It wasn't terrible, it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. And I really feel like the last one they put out actually mechanically and graphically looked a lot better in my opinion than 2K. But what I really feel like the problem is, we've had 2K being for so long, just being so easy to play, just pick up and play, that I guess I gotta take these joints out. I think it's just it's been stellar for so long, and they've kind of plateaued. There's really nothing more they can do with that. I mean, they've thrown in the Spike Lee joint with 2K16, and we're just so used to that when EA tried to rebrand and redo Live, a lot of people just they weren't feeling it. It didn't play like 2K. It's kind of like, think of it this way. Madden NFL has not had a competition since I want to say 2K4, when ESPN NFL 2K5 came out. So 2004 is the last time they had competition. So at this point, over the last 13 years, there's not been any type of actual competition for Madden. So we've all grown accustomed to how Madden plays. And if we're being honest, if they do come out with another 2K football game, we're going to kind of write it off as not feeling the same, playing weird. Hell, if you remember about it, there was that football game that 2K released back in 2007. Was it AFL or something like that? I remember that joint, and I loved it because it played just like NFL 2K. But, you know, it didn't catch on because people at that point had gotten too used to Madden. So, getting back to my point, I'm looking forward to NBA Live. It looks very promising, and I'm just excited to see that now there's competition for whatchamacallit, there's now competition for NBA 2K, which is good. Competition is a great thing, because if you don't have competition, you're not going to push yourself to greater plateaus. Another game we saw for the E3 conference for EA, we saw that Need for Speed, that new one. It looks dope. Looks like they're combining a lot of aspects from like Burnout series, the Hot Pursuit series of Need for Speed, and actually throwing in a lot of stuff from the 2015 Need for Speed. So it looks all around. I'm actually pretty excited for that. That's really cool that they're doing that. It looked dope. I'm excited for it. They also showed what's the name of that other game? There's another game they showed. I can't think of the name of it. They just showed the trailer. Not much else for it. I'm really not sure what to make of it. I believe that's going to be something they're going to showcase with the Scorpio graphics, which should be pretty amazing. Then they showed A Way Out, which I'm excited for. My boy Cam is also excited for. Alpha, my other boy, is excited for it too. I think it's cool just because it's a 2-player only game. So if you ain't got someone else to play with, you're not gonna play this by yourself. I like the concept of it. A lot of people on Twitter, I've noticed, have been ragging it, saying this is Kane and Lynch, or what is it? Army of Two. It's just another one of those. And here's the thing: we haven't seen either of those games resurge in the last, I want to say, 5-6 years. So that's kind of candid with all the. It's just another one of those, because you can say that same thing about Prey, but Prey came back and it was way different than what the original two were. So I'm actually excited. It's a 2-player co-op only experience. It has a lot of creativity. The story looks cool. I mean, graphically it looked okay. It wasn't Injustice level of quality, but it was good looking. I like the concept. I like the co-op, because that's the thing I kind of noticed with this generation of games, is there's not a whole lot of co-op games. It's a whole lot of online co-op. There's local co-op has kind of just died off, and the only ones really doing it was Nintendo. But now you got this game. Way Out looks really cool. Breaking out of prison, basically Prison Break the game, and that's cool. It's a cool concept. I like it. You gotta work together to get out. Then they showed Battlefront 2, the Star Wars Battlefront, which was cool. I mean, I'm just gonna get it out there. I'm not a Star Wars fan. I've watched all the movies. I played the bulk of all the games that have come out. Star Wars for me just doesn't do anything, and I'm probably gonna piss off a lot of y'all by saying that, but it's just, Star Wars has never done anything. I mean, I'm gonna watch the new movie that's coming out. It's probably gonna do absolutely nothing for me, but it is what it is. I mean, if I don't take it to the extent that a lot of fans take it to, but I mean, to each their own, right? Gameplay looked dope. It was cool. I feel like it dragged on a little too long, and if you guys want, you can check out the podcast. We're gonna have that up pretty soon. It kind of felt like it dragged on a little too much. iJustine was there as the host, which is cool that they had YouTubers doing that. I can understand from a business platform, it's better to have the people that are viral than it is to have like the high-paid actor or actress or whatever for it, just because it's like you're spending on a business aspect, you're spending less money having this YouTuber there, and you're also helping them gain more exposure than you are getting like this high-paid actor. You know what I mean? So that made sense. I got it. Is what it is. I'm neither here nor there about that. I kind of felt it was one of those situations where it's kind of a little awkward, because you know they were just geeking out. When that's cool. I don't mind people to geek out, but for someone like me who's not a Star Wars fan, I just was like, after 3 minutes, I'm like, okay, this just went too long. Then they were trying to make like their commentary sucked. They're trying to come off cool, and it just wasn't working. That, I feel like that was probably the worst part of E3. EA's E3 press conference was the iJustine part, and whoever the fuck the other two were. Y'all knew who they were. Post them in the comments below. Let me know, because I only know iJustine. The only reason I know iJustine is by randomly stumbling upon her on YouTube. I don't really go out trying to look at other YouTubers. Nothing like that. But other than that, that was it. That was cool for the first part of E3. I want you guys to tell me what you think. Post your comments below. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you didn't like it, don't watch it. You can give a thumbs down. You can kiss my black ass, because I really don't care. If you do or don't like what I gotta say, I'm gonna keep making content, because that's what I do and I enjoy it. And there are people out there that enjoy the content I put out, and I do it for myself and do it for them. For the haters, deuces wild. That's on y'all. Anyway, catch y'all on the next one. Deuces wild. This is another Joyride episode, just a recap of E3. I catch y'all in the next one. Deuces.